Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Will Reichert has it all teed up. And here we go in Mexico City. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. He's brought down just inside the 25. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out to one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? The former #3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Staying with Walker. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Darnold looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Vikings in the dime on 3rd down, 6 DBs out there. From the gun, Darnold. That's caught for the first. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Walker on 1st down. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Running with Walker again. And he's going to be right up against that line that they needed. Make it 3rd and maybe a yard at most from the 34.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Well, the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31.
Here we go, set.
They give up the gut to Walker. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. It's inside the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Miles Price. He stopped on the run back at the 27. And here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do you guys in the huddle want to play for him? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Forced out to his right. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. Well, partner, I know you love your baseball analogies. That's 3 strikes right there. And this offense 3 and out to begin this game.
And I think next drive, play number 1 should be a run. What do you think?
Yeah, I completely agree. Good call. They are going for it. McCarthy. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. He's throwing deep to the left side. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action. Walker reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 13-0 lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Vikings nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Price. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action, it's McCarthy. Rolling out to his left. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Headed out right. Into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He steps. In front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's able to take this one down at the 25.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
Pass cut, 9-yard line. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
We go, son.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. You've been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Running back sent in motion. On 3rd and goal, Darnold. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. Myers' kick is good. And that's our final moment of the opening quarter. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Seahawks with an early lead. We'll get back to the action in just a moment.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Ty Felton here to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
I say to you all the time, Kate, to get a quarterback in a rhythm, completions, completions, completions. Well, this is the opposite of rhythm. There is none because we have not had a completion yet.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Just kind of one of those moments sitting up here in the booth where you're like, man, if they're going to find a way to get the first points, somebody has got to step up. Just to not been able to find even that first completion yet. So whether it's running the ball, playing even better defense, you've got to pick the QB up somehow, some way.
3rd and long for him here. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
3 straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th. McCarthy to throw for it. Running left side by Jefferson. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Another throw here for McCarthy. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down. New set of downs for them from the 31.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinals.
1st and 10. It's McCarthy. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's calling his own number again. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. They gain 11 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
That's more with the catch out left. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Second and 3 now. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Gain of 10 yards. And the Vikings.
I'm not Not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Jones does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to Jones. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the 2nd time around.
Record there to tack on extra points. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Shaheed now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
It's caught, Barner. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first. So 3rd and short coming up from the 33.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
On 3rd down, Walker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First and 10, Darnold. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Heads out on the bootleg. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Vikings bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did. We've got a Seahawk that is injured out there. They're going to tend to him now. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And that one's going to be incomplete. A deep look, unsuccessful. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. From the gun, Jones gets it. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Jones once more. And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. They snap it to McCarthy. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 24-yard line.
Now Darnold off the play action. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
All right, Kate, thanks very much.
The call came in before the teams even hit the locker rooms. We're skipping halftime. We're starting the 3rd quarter right away.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Well, Brock, it has been a fun one so far, and hopefully it gets even better. 2nd half underway from Mexico City. On the return, here's Price. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense headed out to start this 3rd quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Continuing to move past the 45. The 30. Justin Jefferson. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Reichert on for the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Vikings cut it to a field goal game. Set up and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Shaheed now to return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Drive begins with a walker run. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't bring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Brought in, big gain for Smith and Jigba. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. It's a 29-yard gain, and that gives the Seahawks the first. Now an inside give to Walker. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he's down to the 36 with almost enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Walker trying to run for the first. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 1st down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. They've got a man in motion. 1st down, play action. This is Cup. That's Cup. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. Give him 25 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, Every defense will go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And that'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Throwing on third, McCarthy. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34.
Inside.
Play fake, Darnold. Taking a chance to the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Took his shot at 6 that time. So second down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Second and 10, Darnold. Throwing for the back of the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Harrison Smith with the INT. And the Vikings have it deep in their own territory at the 13.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. Play action now, McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. There's so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
McCarthy throwing on third down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
3 straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on fourth. They're looking to throw. And they get to him. The fourth down gamble backfires with a sack, and it's a turnover on downs inside the red zone.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. The touchdown all but gifted to them here as they take over first and goal. Talk about a dream position, Brock. Getting out with first and goal waiting for him. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Design bootleg here. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
And it's incomplete on third and goal. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now they're left with fourth and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on third and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on fourth down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
So the offense staying on the field from a bit of a distance here. They're going for it on fourth and goal. He'll throw it. And a completion not in the cards on that fourth and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
We've set it downs from 37. Here's McCarthy, first and 10. Vacates quickly left side. Oh, he's going for it again. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
And it is incomplete. Went big on the final play of our third quarter. Nothing comes from it as we hit the break. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a fourth quarter lead. Jordan Addison, the touchdown.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd Well, the crowd let them know exactly what was going on. You can feel the swell of excitement. Whenever they take a deep shot, it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Vikings take a 4-point lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold. Barner with the grab. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Second down now, 7 to go. It's Walker on the give. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
To the ground with Walker. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Kevin O'Connell not happy with the officials at the moment. The challenge flag is out.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football. And that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So no change in the call on the field, and Kevin O'Connell's challenge is unsuccessful. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing here, Darnold. Defender defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Cooper caught the intended receiver, and that makes it third down.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing is Darnold on third down. And finds his man. Here's Oops. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10 from the 32. Running is Walker. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
This is Walker on second. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Seahawks take a fourth-quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Needs to go up by a field goal here in the fourth. It's a fake pitch into the tight end. And he isn't able to get in here. That lead's going to stay right where it is.
You know, that's a call you might see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone from the NFL, and for good reason. Even catching him off guard, the chance for success, extremely low.
Now to handle the kickoff. Felton now to return this. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Starting out trips right here. First and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Buying some time left. And after all that running, he ends up out of bounds deep behind the line of scrimmage. Not even a throwaway. That's going to count as a sack.
You know, that's one of those situations that you have to have awareness. Right? You call it spatial awareness. You got to be conscious of the sideline and just simply get rid of the football. Looks like we saw a slight bit of panic there, hence going out for the sack.
Let's see what they dial up, partner. This is second and long. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Running left side by Jefferson. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
Typically, you want more on a fade route. You like to get something a little bit down the field, but you never, ever turn down a completion, a connection, and a little trust between receiver and quarterback on that fade.
Looking to throw. He beams one deep right side. Big gain downfield. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a fourth-quarter lead. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route...
Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw.
I know these special teams coaches spend all week trying to find a little weakness, and I guess they saw something on film they may have liked. But I think this serves as a reminder, if you want to get to, try the conversion from the 2-yard line next time.
Set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Hits him on the out route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They get 19 on that pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10, Darnold. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. This is scooped up by the Vikings. And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Vikings grow their lead off the turnover. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Reichert on for the point after. The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. And they were all over this one. They stop him short, and the fake fails.
You know, that's a call I'll see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone in the NFL, and for good reason. Even when you catch them off guard, the chances for success are extremely low. Can't do it.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. The Seahawks ready for another drive on offense as Jackson, Smith, and Jigba heads out. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
Here we go, son.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. Absolutely fires this one right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. He has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. It's crunch time now, baby. 2-score game, just 2 timeouts, plus, of course, that 2-minute warning. Going on first. Here's Darnold. Pulls it at the 7. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here. Running for it, it's Walker. Charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of the way without being able to stop the clock at will. Another chance at 6. It's second and goal. They go to him again. And this time he gets in for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the fourth.
Vikings 33, Seahawks 30. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Felton now to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Vikings send receiver Jordan Addison getting set for this next drive. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. First and 10, it's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. A lot of mess on the move here. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. And they'll have just one left to burn now. So as we all recover from that last play, it's first and 10 near the red zone. They're going to pass it here. Complete over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And that's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Just a yard left to go on second down. Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And it's going to be a win for the Vikings here today as they get the first down. They can take the clock down to 0 now.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with first and goal. Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. And he's into the end zone, and that shows what kind of game they've been having. Even that works for them, and it adds an extra 2 to their lead.
That is a big-time call. I'm not going to lie. It took some serious guts to call. Had a long way to go to pull it off, but his faith in the special teams unit, it's rewarded.
Here's Shaheed now to return. This makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks offense running out now. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining. Long odds ahead of him. It's 1st and 10. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Harrison Smith with the INT. And the Vikings have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's going deep this time. And that one falls incomplete. So it would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. It's an excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line.
2 yards. And the Vikings, 1st down.
So it's a win for the Vikings. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. Scott wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say adios from Mexico City.